Okay, early symptom they have be like 8 symptoms. Dia orang akan first unusually letih. Macam anak-anak biasa yang tidur petang tu dia orang tidur okey. Tapi tiba-tiba dia orang nak tidur petang, suddenly they feel very letih. So and then they have bruises, blue color bruises, and then they have mata dia macam besar sikit, macam like they look sick. Okay, and then you have to see their symptoms. And then my daughter, actually in my case, my daughter always complained about the tiredness. She said tired, and then one time the fevers, not some syrup. Lepas bagi ubat pun, kalau fever tu like 38, you bagi ubat Panadol kan, lepas 2 jam tak turun, pasti something wrong. Pasti infection or something viral going on, because it's not supporting. So you cannot be keeping them in the hospital when they have a fever and it tak turun lepas dah ni. Okay, 1 time 2 time okay lah, but don't keep up, and then vomiting, all is species, something is going on. It's not necessarily cancer, but they have an infection, they need a medical attention immediately. But lots of them they don't aware of this actually. So after she diagnosed, like I was like having a feeling like why, like every other parents, I was thinking why like my daughter, like why when I have like everything was I done correctly for my daughter, from the breastfeeding till all the nutrition, all the injections and vaccines all properly given, but still my daughter was diagnosed with cancer when she was 6 years old. Before this she was just nice kid, and then during that time in my hospital days I was like thinking, why doctor, why my child? So when I was like think deeper, go into, then I was like along my way, I was like looking at other kids, like more younger kids diagnosed with cancer. But fortunately in our case we have insurance, so we can fund our daughter cancer treatment, which is like very expensive. Like for her normal procedure cancer treatment is 350,000 ringgit Malaysia. For her bone marrow transplant, another 350,000 ringgit Malaysia. And CAR T cell therapy we spend about 1.2 million in Singapore. So all this while we already spent like about 2.2 million above, but it was like just because we have insurance we can manage to do that, and then also we have some our savings. So we have, but how about those parents who is like looking for 1,500 ringgit Malaysia, our normal gaji, come Malaysia. So I was thinking about them, and literally I saw some of them, and then they couldn't find, and then they go to even in the hospital, a private government hospital also, although it's not free. Like bone marrow transplant, we still have to pay like 70 to 100,000. We have to come up with the money. It's not the free, like some treatment and some kind of the medicines like ponatini, imatinib, all these prescribed medicine, which is not in the blue book. They call it the medicine go inside. It's still they call it a very they have to come up with the money. So when I was thinking about it, like how they can focus upon, then only I was like thinking, God want me to do something, and then I come up with this Children Cancer Association Malaysia last year November. But all this while take time for me to procedure like start melancarkan, because she was like done 2 months back her bone marrow transplant. Okay, like this, the children cancer, like kita ada stage 1, stage 2 macam tu kan. Tapi children cancer they go by the risk, intermediate, standard risk, intermediate risk, high risk and very high risk. So when she was diagnosed, she was already at a high risk, but when she had the relapse, she go under very high risk. So that's why we have to bring her, because that time, during that time, only treatment the kalau kat sini buat bone marrow transplant tanpa dia jadi remission, so dia punya survival rate is 30% only. Kalau kita dapat remission lepas tu baru buat tu bone marrow transplant, so it will go up to 70%. So now we brought her to Singapore and do into remission and come back here. Ada relapse lagi, lepas tu doktor masih bulan 12 tu ponatinib tu medicine baru dia orang what they say invented, like in practice already. So they started to implement, and then she is the first child who take that medicine and managed to go into remission. But that tablet itself will cost you about 8,500 for one not one tablet, for 1 month. So every child now in PPM also start giving it, and Children Cancer Association Malaysia, now we are supplying them also. Now we have like a volunteers 27, our committee members are 10. We are just now only starting up, and so all our we are putting our own money, crowdfunding to get this. Like that's what I say, we already like supply 4 imatinibs and 2 ponatinib to the PPM. For ponatinib. The ponatinib is the medicine that now which is not tak ada subsidi lagi lah. Banyak ubat yang tak ada subsidi if you check the blue book. Because nowadays no more like without chemo also now the tablets can cure already, like based on that. With the chemo and the tablets we can manage to get the kids 95% into remission. I mean remission most of the cases. So bukan cancer semua budak-budak yang diagnose cancer kan boleh diselamatkan 95%. Yang cuma 5% tu yang sebab kurang bantuan kewangan, and then kurang awareness, late diagnose, ignore dengan mix like tak nak pergi hospital, nak buat tu traditional. So like late diagnosis I would say lah. Actually RM10 sebulan is like our initiative to start. Like if like 10 ringgit a month, monthly a person can contribute, like 10,000 people we can already have 100,000 ringgit already, which is like we can supply more and more like all these people who needs more medical supply. Like what we know only in maternity department, maybe in other department they need more medicines that need subsidy, and also to cover the costs like for the patients who need money. Because if you see based on the survey, many people going bankruptcy. I have one person like who look for the help also. They have the title of Dato and Datin, but because of the daughter 2 times relapse, they go bankrupt already because no money. So actually more and more people going like that. So that like we wanted to help until how long we want to do, depend on the government only, right? Like you see, they're already doing a lot also. And also I through my cancer association, we also give some awareness about how important is insurance, savings, and early detection, all this. So we will go for the crowdfunding, whatever we have we will give, and also we go for the crowdfunding, and we will supply to them. They can contact me through the website, or I have the numbers in our also social medias. They can contact me, and also we will have some procedures with them, some agreements, because once they sign up with us, they cannot go with other associations which is not a non-profit. Because not all are the non-profit, because some if you don't mind, I don't want to mention in the media, some of we always see in the media, in the page they come ask for money, we took picture. It's like actually that kind of things also already expensive for the thing. They take 30%. 70% only go to the patient, 30% go to their management costs. So if they already we cannot support. They have to don't have that all, because we are non-profit. We don't take any single money from whatever the fund that we collected. We're going to give to the patients only, not up to the patient. We directly will pay the hospitals, and then hospital whatever the any addition, any amount extra, they will give back to the association, because we don't want to any they call like a penyelewangan happen. So always like you go for instinct lah. You believe you're the parental instinct, like your child is not correct, so you just like janganlah ambil macam when it comes to children, because we are their voice. They cannot speak for themselves. So as a mother or as a father, you see your child, you cannot something wrong, you be the voice. Janganlah malas-malas duduk kat rumah, bawa dia orang pergi hospital, any hospital, cepat diagnose. Like I would say, if like for my personal experience, like if kids just directly go to get your medical checkup, blood checkup done. Because some in my cases, like I got see some of parents they say they bring to the normal clinic MO, they say like ada macam kaki tak boleh jalan. So first sign is another one is like you cannot walk, because it's affect all the limbs, so that's why they feel tired. So they say, then the doctor always will say, this one maybe serangga, gigitan serangga, so bagi ointment, and then go back. So parents also okay lah, go check already, but they keep at home buat apa. Tapi kalau sudah boleh, suppose 1-2 days you can know already. If no, cannot, just bring them to hospital, go get your medical test done or blood test done, any diagnosis, rectify the problem. Until you cannot rectify the problem, don't wait for anything. Every moment we delay, every moment, trust me, this acute lymphoblastic leukemia, ALL means acute, cepat dia bertindak, cepat kita pun bertindak, kita boleh hapuskan dia. Sebab acute mah, dia cepat. So kalau kita tak cepat, nanti dia boleh, more parts that we can, hard to treat already. So this is what I'm going to tell to the parents. Don't follow your instinct. You see your son to be their voice, and take the action quickly, and don't sit up until you rectify the problem.